The RHONJ star Joey, Melissa Gorga's son, astounded everyone with his poised treatment of the Giudice family. The Gorgas and the Giudices are currently at odds. However, that doesn't mean the kids can't show their elders respect and etiquette. For further information, continue reading. RHONJ Melissa Gorga's son dazzles with his mature approach to family life. Melissa Gorga and Giudice, her sister-in-law, have been at odds for a long time. Teresa's relationship with her brother, Joe Gorga, has been impacted by her long-standing problems with Melissa. After their father died, things became even worse, and Teresa decided not to ask Melissa to attend her wedding to Luis Rulas. She constantly emphasized the value of family, thus this was difficult. Melissa and Joe appeared to support the Giudices during Teresa's incarceration. Along with the Gorga's 3 children, they had a strong bond with her 4 daughters, with whom they spent a lot of time. Since then, it has decreased, and some of the Giudice girls have stated that Joe and Melissa never supported them. When season 14 of RHONJ was being filmed, the families remained apart and in their respective lanes. But everyone gathered for Battle for Brooklyn, a charity softball event hosted by Dolores Catania. Melissa and her son Joey encountered Teresa when they were there. Bravo claims that Melissa had no intention of separating her son from his aunt. "Go kiss your aunt hello," she said to him. Joey might have followed his parents' example, but instead he complied and approached Teresa Giudice to show her respect when she inquired about his well-being. As he gave her a hug, she also gave him a cheek kiss. Giudice, his cousin, and her daughter also gave him hugs, but Melissa Gorga received none. The owner of the store had previously disclosed that she no longer had a link with that branch of the family. "Are the kids in touch?" she asked Andy Cohen. Melissa Gorga provided an update on whether the cousins continue to communicate. She clarified that although they do not meet in person, they text each other for important occasions. But when he had to, Joey did demonstrate his incredible regard for his aunt. Maybe the kids can at least get back in touch, and hopefully he will continue to be the little gentleman that he is. Does Joey's unhesitating approach to Teresa impress you? Does that reveal anything about his upbringing? For years, the Real Housewives of New Jersey has been defined by explosive fights, generational family drama, and tense storylines that spill far beyond the cameras. But recently, a different kind of moment captured the attention of fans, a moment of unexpected maturity, wisdom, and grace. It didn't come from Teresa Giudice or Melissa Gorga, or even from their husbands Joe Giudice and Joe Gorga. Instead, it came from Melissa and Joe's son Gino, who surprised viewers and family alike with the way he handled a situation that might have broken even the most seasoned Housewives star. Growing up in the spotlight. Unlike his cousins or other reality TV kids, Gino has spent almost his entire childhood in front of the Bravo cameras. When Melissa joined the cast in season 3, Gino was just a toddler. Fans have literally watched him grow up, his first days of school, his milestones in sports, and even his family's infamous feuds playing out in the background. Now a teenager, Gino has reached an age where many reality kids either rebel against the limelight or withdraw from it altogether. But instead of buckling under the pressure, he has started to quietly step into his own identity. One that isn't just defined by the Giudice-Gorga drama that has divided his family for over a decade. And that's exactly what fans witnessed during a recent family gathering filmed for the upcoming season. A family dinner turns heated. The Giudice-Gorga rift has become one of the most enduring conflicts in Housewives history. Though there have been fleeting moments of peace, the underlying tension between Teresa and Melissa, and by extension, their families, has rarely fully healed. During a family dinner meant to clear the air, how many times have we heard that on RHONJ, old wounds were reopened? What began as a polite meal escalated quickly when the topic of loyalty and respect resurfaced. Voices rose, accusations flew, and it was the same familiar storm fans have come to expect from Jersey tableside showdowns. But in the middle of it all sat Gino, calm, collected, and strikingly mature for his age. A teenager steps in. Instead of retreating or allowing the chaos to drown him out, Gino spoke up, not in defense of one side over the other, but in defense of family unity itself. According to onlookers and snippets teased by Bravo, Gino gently but firmly reminded the adults in the room that the constant fighting wasn't just about them. It was about their children too, the cousins who used to be inseparable but have been drifting further apart as the adults' feud deepens. "You guys forget sometimes that we're family first," Gino reportedly said. "It's not about winning. It's about keeping us together. We can't grow up hating each other because of something you can't fix." The room fell silent. Even Teresa, known for her sharp tongue and explosive temper, was momentarily speechless. Fans react. When Bravo aired a preview of the scene, fans flooded social media with praise for the young Gorga. Many called him the voice of reason, noting that it was refreshing to see a teenager articulate what the adults had failed to grasp for years. "Gino is officially the most mature person on RHONJ," one fan tweeted. "This kid just did more for family unity than anyone else on this show in a decade," wrote another. Others noted the irony. Imagine Melissa's teenage son being the peacemaker while grown adults scream at each other like kids. The response was overwhelming. In a franchise built on chaos and scandal, Gino's quiet wisdom struck a chord with viewers longing for authenticity and hope. Melissa's pride. Melissa Gorga has always positioned herself as the protective mother, determined to shield her kids from the messiness of reality TV life. But even she couldn't hide her pride after watching her son handle himself with poise and emotional intelligence. In a confessional clip, Melissa reflected on the moment. "As a mom, you always worry about how this family drama will affect your kids. But seeing Gino speak up like that, it just made me realize he gets it. He understands what matters. He's growing into this incredible young man who isn't afraid to speak his truth." Joe Gorga, usually quick to jump into the fray, also admitted he was taken aback. "That's my boy," he said with tears in his eyes. "He sees things so clear. Sometimes I think we could all learn from him." A shift in the family dynamic? Could one teenager's heartfelt words truly change the trajectory of a family feud that has dominated RHONJ for over 10 years? That remains to be seen. But what's undeniable is that Gino's maturity has forced the adults to reflect on their choices. Cousins Melania, Gia, and Antonia have all spoken about the pain of being caught in the middle of their mother's disagreements. With Gino stepping into a more vocal role, there's a possibility that the younger generation of Giudices and Gorgas could be the ones to break the cycle. Beyond reality TV, what makes Gino's moment even more powerful is how it resonates beyond the world of Bravo. Every family has conflicts, divisions, and misunderstandings. And often, it takes the younger members to remind everyone what's at stake if love isn't prioritized over pride. In many ways, Gino's ability to articulate his feelings reflects a generation that is unafraid to speak about emotions, boundaries, and mental health. While the adults of RHONJ are products of old-school Jersey toughness, where silence or shouting are the default modes of communication, Gino represents a newer, more thoughtful approach, setting the tone for the future. Whether or not the Gorga-Giudice feud ever fully resolves, Gino has already left a lasting mark on the show and on fans. His maturity has given Melissa and Joe something invaluable: hope that their children won't repeat the same patterns of conflict that have defined their own lives. For Bravo, it's also a storytelling shift. While Housewives franchises are often criticized for being overly focused on glamour, petty fights, and contrived storylines, moments like Gino's remind viewers why they fell in love with the series in the first place. It's not just about drama, It's about family, legacy, and real human emotion. Conclusion: Melissa Gorga's son may not have signed up to be a reality star, but he has certainly become one in his own right, not through theatrics or controversy, but through authenticity and heart. In a single conversation, Gino managed to remind everyone, from his feuding relatives to the millions watching at home, that family unity is bigger than grudges and ego. On a show where tables have been flipped, friendships have been destroyed, and insults have cut deep, it was a teenager who gave us the most unforgettable truth of all. Sometimes, the simplest words carry the most power. And if the adults of RHONJ are wise enough to listen, they might just find that the path to peace has been right in front of them the whole time, spoken by the youngest voice at the table.